Hi, this is Rishi and welcome to Produce with Ease. In this tutorial, we'll learn about the basics of equalization and production in FL Studio. This is completely for beginners and for those who want to learn about music production and basic mixing techniques in FL Studio. So let's dive right in. So before we start EQing in FL Studio, let's understand what is equalization. Equalization is the process of adjusting the tonal balance of frequencies in an audio signal. It allows you to cut or boost any specific frequency regions so that you can get more clarity and tonal balance in your audio signal, track, or anything you like. So there are a lot of EQ plugins in FL Studio, but for this tutorial we'll be using Parametric EQ 2, which is a great plugin and lots of producers and engineers use this because it gives a very high quality output and it's easy to use. The interface is very easy. So let's dive right in. So if you're new to FL Studio and you don't know how to pick out plugins and how to get them, it's very simple. Just open up the mixer track from this button from this place or just by tapping F9. Then select the channel you want your EQ or any kind of effect to be in and click on this arrow and select your EQ or the plugin which you want to add into your channel. So let's start with EQ. So now that you've added the plugin in your mixer channel, so let's understand the plugin. The parametric EQ consists of three sections: the filter type, the frequency spectrum display, and the equalizer controls. So the filter type is like how you can add high pass filter, low pass filter, or band pass filter. We'll get to that later on what is high pass, what is low pass, and what is band pass. But let's understand what is the plugin interface. So let's understand the interface first. So these are your frequency bands, and the high pass filter you can just do this and do that. I'll explain this much more later. Then comes the frequency spectrum display, which means when you feed an audio signal into your mic, the audio signal triggers the frequency spectrums, which means the frequency present in my voice or the audio signal which you are using will be shown here so that you can understand that these are the frequencies that are present in the voice and these are the frequencies that you get to work with. So that's the frequency spectrum display. And then comes the equalizer controls, which means how narrow do you want your EQ frequency band to be. You can either make it a narrow band, or you can just boost a bit. There are different types. These are the high pass and filters, low pass filters. So you can make it narrow or not narrow. So that's equalizer controls, frequency spectrum display, and the filter types. Now let's get to the next step. Now let's get into equalizing. So you can either cut a frequency or boost a frequency in order to get more tonal quality in your voice or the audio signal. So what is cutting and boosting? As I said earlier, this is the frequency spectrum display. So you can see the frequencies that are present here, and you can locate the problematic frequencies that you don't want, or you can find out the frequencies that are present the in the audio signal that you want to be highlighted more in the song, in the track. In order to do that, you have to either cut or boost a frequency. And when I say cut or boost, that means you can straight up hold a frequency band and then boost. If you go up, it means boosting. If you go down, it means cutting. So let's imagine that this this frequency is a problematic frequency for me. So I don't want this frequency in my voice, so I'll take it up, and I'll locate the frequency the most in the part where it hits me the most and it sounds bad. So let's say it's bad here. I'll just point it there. I'll just keep it there, and then I'll hold this. So these are the controls for each of the bands. So when you take this up and down, you can control the bands individually. So I don't want this frequency, so I'll just take it and I'll push it down. So I've cut the frequency that I don't like. So this is cutting. And now let's say again, as an example, that I like this frequency in my voice, so I'll just boost it a bit. Always trust your ears when you're EQing, because it's the most important part of your mixing process. So I like this part, so I'll boost it a bit. Okay, I like this one. So I so this is just an example. This is a very exaggerated way to explain cutting and boosting, but still I like this one, so I'll just keep it there. And that's my vocal that I have just EQ'd. So that was the first part of our basics of equalization techniques in FL Studio. I hope you learned a lot from this video, and I'll see you next week with another video on equalization and how to use it in a more advanced way to make your mixes sound better. Till then, have a great time and please subscribe to this channel for more production tips and tricks. I'm Rishi and this is Produced with Ease.